lovely village of Sonning Bridge. It's got 11 arches spanning it, and we had a nice walk around the village this morning in the church. Very well heeled place, plenty of money around. This is the Copper Cafe, and it has these pods. You can have your coffee in and your luncheon on a chilly day. But anyway, the most famous resident of this village is George Clooney and his wife, who apparently frequent the local pub, but weren't available when we called on them yesterday, so he obviously didn't get my email. Oh, we've come to the Holy Trinity Church in Cookham. Not for a service or anything, but hopefully the doors are open. There isn't a service happening today, it's Sunday, and we want to see the painting by Stanley Spencer, his depiction of the Last Supper. So, fingers crossed. Would appear to be locked. Well, the door's locked.
Is it?
Fortunately.
Yeah. Oh, it'll be open soon.
It's just gone round to open the doors. So this is the painting we came to see. It turns out that it's a copy, and the original's in the gallery in the High Street, which is where we're going next. We spent a lovely hour or so in the gallery, but as you can imagine, they don't allow photographs or video. So anyway, if you want to learn more about Stanley Spencer and Cookham, it's all online, and we continue our journey going under Cuckoo Bridge, or should I say Cookham Bridge. There's sun on the water coming into Maidenhead Lock here. So blinding, you can't read the signs. It's just about to see that one that says channel. So on that one there that says danger. I've been blinded by the sun. This is Bolter's Lock in Maidenhead. It's huge. We're joined by a little fiberglass boat that was built in 1964. So it's nearly as old as what we are. The old Bray film studios, where the old Hammer horror films started being made in the 50s. fallen into a bit of a dilapidated state now. Oh, we found the last mooring spot in Windsor last night, well, yesterday afternoon. Quite a pretty spot, despite the relentless air traffic coming from the west into Heathrow. At the height of the day, it's one every 60 seconds. It's unbelievable. Still, forget what living in a city is like. So yes, lovely little spot under a beech tree. There we have Windsor Castle. And the flag's up, so who's at home?
Another lovely view of Windsor Castle and the planes coming in across. I guess this is their back garden. Nobody out there though. Trees are absolutely full of mistletoe, so I'll be alright for kisses this year, won't I?
We are in a bit of a pickle. We learned today, this morning, going through the first lock, that the lock before Teddington Lock, which is the Thames tidal lock. Moseley, is it Moseley?
Moseley, I think, yeah.
Lock is closing today. Nobody can tell us what time it's going to close, whether it will be at the end of play today. One lockkeeper's told us that they're just waiting on a barge to get there with the lock gates and they might start work. So it means if we don't get off, get through that lock, we'll be stuck on the Thames, because these locks are closed at the other end of the Thames near the Kennet and Avon, or we'll be stuck on the Kennet and Avon for the rest of winter, which is more than likely because we're not paying the licence fees for the Thames.
We just hadn't realised. I think originally we always meant to be off of the Thames by now. And so although this is a planned closure, originally it didn't affect us and we dismissed it. And
well, we always knew they were doing work at Teddington Lock, but there's a barge lock you can get through there as well, which is remaining open. Well, we didn't realise that this other lock was going to be closed, did we? We didn't see it on any of the closure listings. But we did this morning when we double checked.
So we've got 18 miles, 7 locks we had to do.
18 miles and 7 locks, and we're averaging 3 miles an hour because the locks here are unmanned, most of them. They've got lock keepers on, self-service, and they take an age to fill and empty. They really are slow. So as much as we're cranking it with the revs up, we're only doing 3 miles an hour, and we've got 18 to do, and the wind is against us now.
But we've got plenty of food on board, we've got everything we need, so fortunately we were able, once we realised this, on our first lock of the morning, we didn't need to stop, we were going to just get all the way through. You don't have to cry.
No, Christ, it's wind in my face. So we're still smiling. Let's see if we're smiling at 5 o'clock.
And look how dashing he looks.
Oh yes, we've decided to don buoyancy aids, automatic inflating, because as you can see, the river's getting wider. There's not much room on the back for two of us, so we just be prudent, I think. So yeah, keep you posted.
Fingers crossed. I'll be alright. Island, little island just outside Tracey. It was originally given to Lord Admiral Nelson for one of his successful missions. I think it was the River Nile. But now there are about approximately 20 homes on here, and the only way people can get their provisions, supplies, post is by boat. So they've all got their little dinghies or better boats. Oh, I wouldn't mind living like that. That'd be nice. Look, no cars going past your house.
Boats.
Just
You need to get to a lock that's going to close.
lovely.
All around the trees here, in the west part of London, you can hear the squawking of parakeets. And they're everywhere. They're pretty elusive though. You only just see them flitting across the river. But urban legend has it that Jimi Hendrix in 1967-ish released a couple of his friends' parakeets in London, and they've populated ever since. So I'm not sure whether that's fable or truth at all, but there is plenty of them now. This is no fun whatsoever. It's freezing cold. It's starting to rain. Fran's gone downstairs to cook some dinner and get herself warm. But we've made good progress, and we've got just about 4 miles to go and one lock before the lock we need to get through. So hopefully we'll be done in an hour. Well, we've just got less than 3 miles to do. It's 4:15, and we said 5 o'clock we'd get there, and it looks like it's going to be thus. So, still don't know. There's no lock keepers on any of the locks we've been on for the last 5 hours. So we still don't know what the situation is with this lock. Will it be open? Will it be closed? So, we'll just wait and see. Well, here we go through the lock, Geez, that was a day and a half. So we finally made it and we get to go through. Fantastic. There she comes. Smiles all round. Happy as Larry. Best lock keeper in the world you are. Well, it's been one of the most stressful days I've had in such a long time. And our journeys up and down the canals and rivers of the UK aren't supposed to be stressful. But I guess it was of our own making. Preparation is everything, as they say.
What a good place to start.
Well, that was a close shave. Worked it out that we actually have done 19 miles and 7 locks to get here, the other side of the lock that's closing. And we're absolutely knackered now, aren't we?
I haven't even got anything to say. And that doesn't happen very often, does it? Just got there by the skin of our teeth, literally, and it was dark as we came through the lock and the bridge. We couldn't even see the couldn't see the moorings.
Got the lights, the lamp on at the front of the boat, but that's next to useless in this large area. It's great for tunnels, but outside it's useless. So you popped down and got the new torch, didn't you?
Brand new torch. I think we've used it about 5 or 6 times. Where is it?
At the bottom of the river. Where's it with you and throwing things in the river?
Excuse me, who knocked the poling off the roof earlier today as well?
That's just rubbish.
So it's been an eventful day. We're just so tired, but so grateful that we got through the lock.
Look at you, you're glowing.
Because we got really cold and we came and lit the fire, and as anybody that's got a narrowboat knows, it is not cold, is it?
No, it's soon warmed up, didn't it? Especially when we've had chili sin carne.
Again.
It's a staple diet meal. So, so all's good. So we are now at Hampton Court.
I can't believe that you can moor right outside Hampton Court Palace. It was dark when we stopped.
Yeah, it'll be interesting to see it tomorrow morning, won't it?
That'll be fantastic to wake up to, won't it?
Yeah.
But all along this bit of the Thames, there's been some lovely looking places to moor, and all you see is no mooring, no mooring, no mooring signs.
Yeah, Runnymede. There's a beautiful park at Runnymede, and there's signs every 30 yards saying no mooring, Runnymede District Council, mooring. And it's a shame, really, because I think boats moored up alongside parks and that add character to towns and places, don't you?
But anyway, we've moored here and it's just £8 for free for 24 hours. I can't believe that, outside Hampton Court.
It's good.
So we'll have a little nose tomorrow and then make plans for the next few days.
Yeah, I think we'll have an easy day tomorrow. You said that this morning, didn't we? So I woke up this morning and I said, I think we'll just poot along for a few miles and so there's something left in the day rather than mooring up in the dark.
We were going to be mooring up by 2 o'clock, weren't we, today, and doing our stuff. But
poor old dogs have been inside all day. We've let them out, a couple of times for a quick run around. But they must be knackered too, because they've just sat at the back. They don't sleep when the boat's moving. No. They get a bit stressful, to be honest. But
they need to see us, so they sit just inside the doors at the back of the boat, and they don't rest at all. We've tried them in the cabin, we've tried them all sorts, and that's the only place that sort of works for them, really. But we'll have a better day tomorrow. But I'm just so glad we're here. All day we've been saying, what are we going to do? If we can't get through, what are we going to do?
So I was so stressed at one point, wasn't I? Anyway, doesn't bear thinking about. tomorrow will be our last day on the Thames. Because the thought of staying on the Thames and the Kennet and Avon or Windsor was just not something we were cherishing, was it?
No, the expense, apart from anything else, because the licence fee is going to be expensive, and we've spent in the last week, I think, about £30 on mooring fees while we've been on here.
At least.
And that's more than we've spent in the whole time that we've been on the boat.
Yeah.
All in 1 week. So we didn't really want to be doing that all winter.
No. Anyway, catch you later.
Bye. This is where we managed to moor up last night in the dark. We couldn't even see the moorings. In the background is Hampton Court Bridge. Here's Constanza tucked away on the moorings. And as I said before, wherever we moor up is our garden. And it's different every day. But I don't think we've ever had one quite like this. If you can see through the fence. We've got Hampton Court Palace Gardens as our backdrop this morning. So we're going to have a little wander around. I don't know if we can get in. I don't think we can get into the gardens. But hello. The dogs seem quite happy about it anyway. So we're off for a Hampton Court walk. The gardener's hard at work in there. Brings back memories for us, although I don't think we ever did a garden quite as big as that, Rich, did we?
No. Didn't do any as formal as that either.
Beautiful gates, look at this. So we had no idea that this was like this last night when you were along by Hampton Court Palace, but didn't know that this was where we were.
We've been here so many times, haven't we, for the Hampton Court Palace Flower Show.
Yeah.
It just seems odd that we're just parked outside of the place now.